All right, imagine being the owner of property near the U.S.-Mexico border and having thousands of illegals trespass. That's going to keep me up all night. It really is. Trespassing on your land. Next guest is here to tell us how he went from protecting his property to a court battle where he lost. In Tucson, Arizona, Roger Barnett and his attorney, Dave Hardy. Roger, how are you, sir?
Oh, fine, thank you, sir.
Okay, so Roger, tell the story here on... You have kicked off, if I'm not mistaken, 14,000 illegal aliens off of your property. Do you have one of those clickers?
Right. No, I just estimating, and then after a while, we started keeping track of it on a calendar, and going from calendar to calendar, year to year, we'd add them up, and then it'd come up to 14,000.
This is on your this picture is on your property here. These are the people sitting there.
They crossed my property, went to the one across the street, I think, if that's the one you're talking about. Okay. There's myself, my wife, and a couple of Border Patrol agents. Yes, I think there was close to over 60 in that group.
Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, this happened on a weekend. You've rounded up about 14,000 people just in your spare time on weekends.
That's right. Go out to the ranch from my other home in Sierra Vista, my office there. Get to the ranch in the afternoon, Friday afternoon, stay until Sunday afternoon, okay. And that's just on weekends only.
All right. So now you kicked these people off your land. You called police. You told them to stay there. You had a gun on them. This happened when it was March 7th, 2004. They turned around and sued you and said that you were abusive, that you kicked them, etc., etc. Did you kick them?
That's what they said. I tapped a gal's foot to get her attention. She was unresponsive with two other women, and so I wanted to get their attention, move them to the group, to the bigger group for my protection. As far as holding a gun on them, Glenn, whenever my dog alerted, they were in some brush and they were in an indentation in the ground, and okay. I couldn't see them. They were hiding from me.
Okay.
And so I pulled my gun out, went around the group, made sure they didn't have any weapons, no rocks. They weren't a threat to me, I figured, and that's when I holstered my gun. No more than a minute.
Okay, and you called police or the Border Patrol and they came and picked them up?
That's right, yes,
all right.
Definitely.
Now, Dave, how in God's green earth did a guy who is... do we not have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Do we not have a right to protect ourselves and our property anymore? How did he end up paying, what is it, almost $70,000 to these illegal aliens?
The jury came back on a couple of verdicts, and that's the jury.
How?
I ought to mention they started with 16 plaintiffs, 12 of them lost. They started suing 3 people, 2 of them won. They lost all claims for attorney's fees, and they were going to try to stack those up on Roger. They brought in 9 attorneys, did a little case in Tucson, Arizona. They brought in 3 high-priced attorneys from New York. They're going to run up the lawyer bills to $500,000, maybe $1 million, stick Roger with that. Well, it didn't come through because they lost on the federal claims, and those were the only claims that carry attorney's fees. We may now be in a position to claim from them.
Okay, so Dave, this is going to make Roger's life a living hell now. If you can collect any money from an American citizen just by coming over across the border onto their land and saying, "Oh, he abused me," this is a new way to make money now, isn't it?
Well, it's not the first time they've cooked up stories about Roger. They're quite famous for it. I mean, yeah, come on in. Claim that a guy who behaved reasonably went totally out of control. It's only you and him out there in the wilderness. There's no other witnesses. See if someone believes you.
Well, Roger, you you look pretty menacing there.
Oh, I am 66 years old, yes.
I know. Hey, whoa, don't slow down there, Chief. I was just saying. Yeah. I was just saying. See, you went all crazy. Yeah, I got to get an attorney.
Hey, Glenn, these people, at the time, that was 4 years ago, so I was 62 years old. All of them guys, they were anywhere from 20 years old to 30 years old. You know, I had to protect myself. Okay. I need to protect myself and my family.
I don't know what country I'm living in anymore. You have a right to protect yourself. They're on your property. Roger, Dave, thanks.
I begin the winter, too.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'll tell you when...
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
Oh, I'll tell you, when I went out to Rogers Ranch to scope out the scene, I brought my .45.
Yeah. All right. See, they're crazy. Thanks very much.